Hey, it's Nicholas of the Backyard TARDIS here for another review, this time a video game review of Sonic Colors Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch. And this is a product that has been kind of sandblasted by Sonic fans on social media, by gaming news sites, and by and large, you see videos on YouTube that a lot of hate on that. And that's kind of a popular thing these days, to hate on Sonic games. Um, uh, and then every now and then there's one that really brings it back really good. And then there's, okay to bad ones. And so I went into this and I thought, really, could it be that bad? So I'm going to give some disclaimers. I have the Switch version, which is supposed to be the worst version of this game. The PS4 Pro and the Xbox Series X versions are supposed to run much better. But here's some other things. I play my Switch entirely in handheld mode. So it is true that the Switch, when on a TV doing it at a higher resolution, can suffer more performance issues than when doing it at the smaller, lower resolution handheld screen. But for me, I'm a locksmith. I don't have a whole lot of free time at home, and when I am home, I've got a kid, all that. If I hook it up to the TV, I lose the controller instantly because I have a 5-year-old. So I'm constantly, though, on the job, and I find that a person will be running late, or I will randomly have 30 minutes in my day that is completely dead and slow, and that is when I pop out my Switch and I play my games. And so the Switch has actually allowed me to continue to be a gamer, even though life has kind of said, no, that period's over. And so I enjoy my Switch for that. But this is a game I loved on Wii. There were some updates being done to it, but more than the updates, I just wanted to be able to play this on my Switch because my Wii sits in a box in storage, and every now and then I pull it out, usually to play GameCube games, because I sold my GameCube when I got my Wii. And just play through it, and usually Sonic Colors is one of the ones I'll touch on briefly. But, the idea of being able to play this game, a game I liked, a Sonic game that I really liked, anytime I want, was something very appealing to me. Of course, I would have rather had Sonic Generations. That's probably the only one. I know a lot of people wanted Unleash. I would have wanted Colors before Unleashed. But Sonic Generations would have been my number one pick to have this done with. And it would have been what, to me, would have made sense for the anniversary title to do. So I don't know why they went necessarily with Colors over that. But more disclosure, because I want to be completely upfront with this review. I wanted the physical edition. I wanted all the keychain, the different special case, and I showed all that off in a previous unboxing video with a GameStop haul unboxing. And so I didn't get the early access version, the digital version. And although it was only like 3 or 4 days early access, the day one patch was not available until the physical release day. And so because of that, a lot of people got it without the day one patch, and they experienced a lot of bugs. There was also, because of my schedule, I wasn't even able to play it the day it came out. However, I did unpack my Wii and play my Wii version before when this was announced. So I had already taken some time a few months back, and I'd played some of the Wii version, and I had remembered there being some bugs late in the game, and I saw some bugs in that game. So when I was hearing all the rumors about the bugs and different things, and I wasn't really going and seeking out these compilation videos of all the horrendous bugs that people were having until later. And I'm like, well, the original was buggy, and it's probably just people's memory. They don't remember how buggy it was. And, they're saying it runs much worse. So I didn't get to see that version before the update because I had the update, and it took a few days before I was able to dive into this, and kind of a second update came out, so the game was much better. But people are still saying they're having trouble with this. Now, some of those videos were actually running it through an emulator that emulates the Switch on a PC. That caused a lot of the bugs. And to those people who are posting it out there for the clicks, because it is a popular thing right now to rag on Sonic the Hedgehog, shame on you. Shame on you. You know, there are plenty of moments in this franchise that you can dog on. Plenty of glitchy games and that. This is not that. Now, I'm not going to say there's not glitches. There are glitches. But audio cues not playing when they're supposed to, random assets not loading in the background. This is when you look at other games that come out from AAA studios, but they're massive open world games, and they have tons of this, like tons of this. So people saying Sonic Colors Ultimate was a broken mess? No, it wasn't. In fact, I played through this game and I only had one bug in the whole game that actually prevented me from having to go out, close the game, and restart. And that was an asteroid coaster. And guess what? I had multiple bugs like that happen to me on the Wii, both when I originally played it and when I replayed it a few months back. So I only had that happen once now on the Switch. So I actually had a superior version with the Switch. Now, the graphical stuff not loading in the background, I didn't notice any of that. Not going to say it didn't happen during my playthrough. I'm playing the game. I'm not super observant. I'm not pausing the game. I'm not sitting there playing a level 5 times over and going, whoa, that asset like way in the background's not loading in like it's supposed to. I just don't notice games like that. And that's probably because I'm not playing on some 60-inch ultra high-def TV. So I'm not noticing that. I'm not noticing a few frame rate drops here or there if it's happening. I do notice when audio things happen, and it does happen occasionally, like weird cues where like something tricks in the game, and then suddenly you stop hearing the ring noises or something for the rest of the level. It's just weird things like that, but they're just audio cue triggers aren't happening, but nothing that breaks the game. And in fact, the levels are fast-paced in that a lot of times it probably happens and you don't even notice it. And I didn't experience a lot of that. I did notice that a few times, but nothing that made me go, oh man, this is a trash version of the game. In fact, no, the game looks beautiful. Now the cutscenes, boy, this reminds me of after the Mandalorian Season 2 finale happened, and everyone saw the post online. Somebody else did their deep fake of Luke Skywalker, and it looked better than the one they had in the show. Doesn't take away from the fact that the show is awesome, but the deep fake looked better. There are fan edits of the cutscenes that are better quality than the HDifying of the Wii, because they are basically like doing a weird effect, but they're still the old video files. And so while the game engine looks prettier and crisper and all that, the cutscenes still really look Wii level, and you're putting it on your higher def TV and upping it, and it just kind of makes it look bad. Of course, on the Switch handheld, it's not that bad, but it still actually felt worse than on the Wii. That was the one downside. That is the one thing I will give in the Wii's favor. New things. One of the things that a lot of people are saying, well, Sonic Colors is already such an easy game, and there's been some new features added. One, they got rid of the live system, and so you just keep going and going and going, and they also had the tail save. Well, the one thing that was a difficulty thing about Sonic Colors was tons of bottomless pits, and that's not a fun kind of difficulty. Like, yeah, there's not like clever enemy placements that you have to dodge or this or that. It's just that randomly there's a bottomless pit. And it's a very frustrating and annoying way to die because you got to do it a couple of times and learn the level. Getting rid of the lives makes that less frustrating. Having the tail save, which is something you have to earn, it's not all the time, but that's basically like in Mario Kart when they like pick you up and put you back on the track. That's all Tails is doing. You don't have to go all the way back to a checkpoint. Wherever you fell off, Tails puts you back, and you have to earn those. So they're unlimited. They're just not an endless thing. But it does make the game less frustrating. The other additions, you had the Metal Sonic Racing. I haven't delved a whole lot into that. It's neat. It's nice. As somebody who's a single player guy, it does add more. However, I would have preferred if we had had multiplayer added and let you go head to head and play as Metal Sonic, not just race against the computer. That's just my personal opinion of how you could make it better. You could have added Shadow the Hedgehog or just done different skin colors of Sonic, a la Super Smash Brothers, and just had a head-to-head racing game through colors. I think that would have added a lot. Another thing that I really wish was in this is I wish they would have brought some of the stuff from the DS version over. They did not. This is a port. The ultimate name, it's just Sonic Colors. And as Sonic Colors, it's good. Yes, it has a few things that were nice improvements, nice additions. The Tails save, the live system, the Metal Sonic, like those were nice additions. This is still Sonic Colors. So if you like Sonic Colors on the Wii, you're going to like Sonic Colors on the Switch. And all those people telling you that, oh, it's horrible, you shouldn't buy. My statement to that is, do you like Sonic Colors? And do you have access to playing on the Wii whenever you want? Because if you have it and you have the Wii and you're happy just playing, yeah, then that's fine. But if you have a Switch and you want a convenient way to play Sonic Colors, get this game. And everyone is saying the other versions, the other consoles versions, are even working better than this one. Although bugs are still reported, I would say definitely then, if those are your systems of choice, pick it up. People who are trying to post this as another flop in a lineup of Sonic flops are mostly people still salty over Sonic Forces, in my opinion, and people who were expecting more out of Sega during a pandemic year being an anniversary year. Sega has had a history of rushing out games for their anniversary years. This is a port, and it's nothing more than a port. And ports aren't always perfect, but this isn't a bad port. This is actually a quite enjoyable game, and I've seen some of the glitches. Now, some of those glitches, it's hard to tell because some of them are done through an emulator. People did that. Others were stuff from before the patch. But I think that it has finally gotten to a point where most people's playthrough will be uneventful. And that's much better than most AAA games that come out now. So to lambaste Sega on this, which Sonic is not an easy game to make because Sonic is moving fast across the screen. So trying to make that and have everything load and react to that, there's a reason why they use a lot of racing game engine techniques on Sonic to accomplish those things. Now, the other thing, the ending credits, what is it, like 20 minutes long? That's ridiculous. Thankfully, the Switch doesn't have any type of trophy system. I imagine people on their Xboxes and PlayStation account that want like the full completion bonus trophy, whatever, they have to sit through that. There's nothing around that. I set my Switch down and did that. I will say to all those people who are talking about the proof online that this game is bad, Game Grumps played this version of that, and Game Grumps, while Aaron loves Sonic, he's made a career out of being the guy that gets frustrated playing Sonic. He's not the greatest Sonic player. He plays usually the worst versions of a Sonic game. So he played this, and they had almost no bugs. And they had one trippy bug at the end that But at the end of the day, he came up with the same thing as me. Outside of the ridiculously long and boring ending credits, there's nothing really bad with this game. The color powers are really fun and intuitive. The boost gameplay, I will say the level design has not aged as well for me. After playing Sonic Generations, Sonic Colors is a little more rigid, but end of the day, this is an amazing game. Definitely, if you're a Sonic fan, go pick it up. All right, I have 2 more games to try to get time to get into. I got Monkey Ball Banana Mania, and I got Metroid Dread. So eventually I will get into those and review those. And of course I have more sci-fi books and audio dramas to review coming up. With that, hope everybody has a good day, and let me know how you enjoyed the game.